the channel for games, guides, and glitches. If you're a developer or publisher, feel free to contact me at the email, and to my regular viewers, please remember to subscribe, it really helps me out. Please be aware with the second power glitch, you cannot quit or reload. If the game crashes, you also lose it. Sunfall here with the guide for Faraday Protocol. So to begin with, we'll go to the options, and as you can see, I've already muted the music. This guide will contain glitches, I will say that early. And when we begin the game, you'll be in a chamber that you come out of. You'll have to interact with the computer, and then you'll have to wait for a door to open and interact with a cutscene twice before we can actually leave the facility.
Endothermic organic hydration, complete. Coordinates reached. Employee 628C, you have arrived at your destination. All systems operational. There appear to be no signs of sentient life forms on site. Mission: explore the site and investigate the unidentified signal. Stand by for deployment order.
Die Quellkabinett. Identification successful. Welcome to OPs.
So this will get us our first achievement, and now that we're outside I can discuss a little bit. So there are symbols in this game, but rather than give them names that, you might not identify as the same symbol, I won't refer to them that way. Basically, I'll just let you match it up with me. And there's the red and blue power up, that's what I'll refer to them as when I do refer to them. We do have to go through this forest to get to a puzzle slightly, where you have to hit one button, run and hit the other button. This will open a door, then you go through the hallway and open the actual door, which will lead us to puzzle 1.
Entry 1. I have reached the unknown location from which we received the signal. It appears to be an abandoned space station. I have not yet encountered any sentient life forms, but the flora seems to have survived.
Test facility level 1 is now open. It's been 10,345,560 days since the last attempt. Good luck, recruit.
Test? So, this must...
So this begins the first tutorial. It doesn't actually begin the puzzles just yet, but right here will be a beer tool that spawns, and I'll move back so you can see it. We just have to match the bottom symbol to the top symbol.
This is a beer tool, used to absorb and redistribute energy in its various forms. Use it wisely.
Entry 2. I've entered one of the buildings, and a voice is instructing me in Kuvithian from an unknown location.
So we want to collect the power up by absorbing it with LT and then firing with RT into the next statue. This will open doors and be a staple for the game. We want to go around here and match the symbols. I'll show you all the different symbols and then I'll put it on the one we need.
Alien software. How did it analyze me so quickly?
So these are the 3 symbols we need to match it to. Once you do that, it'll open the door for us. Now before we collect the power up, you want to head into the door and hit the collectible button. So these buttons won't work unless they're powered, and sometimes they won't be behind statues like that. I'll guide you to all of them though, as they're required for the achievements. So you want to power up this statue here and power up the lift here. This will lead us into the new section.
Test 1 completed. Congratulations.
And we want to head through and around to the back. There'll be another button here we can push that will get us another collectible. Then we want to turn around and look up, collect the power from this statue and put it into this one. It'll make a platform up here. Then we can go up the lift and then we can jump across to land on the platform. Then we can collect the power up once we're off the platform and throw it into the reflector. This will power the statue that we took it from and give us a platform, collect it again, drop down and power the door with it. So this next room will be the blue room.
Test 2 completed.
This is where we get the blue power. And before we collect the blue power, there will be a button behind the statue, so make sure you hit it to get the collectible. Then we can collect the blue power, and you'll notice with the blue power we can make links that create a chain, so you just have to link it and then attach. And then you can pull away other links and attach to other links. This will open doors and be very helpful.
Test 3 completed. Congratulations, recruit.
Entry 3. It appears I am currently undergoing a test and was mistaken for someone called Recruit.
So we want to spin the dial 2 times, then we'll head into a room where we need to put the colors in order of green, red, blue. So you'll see 2 chains, there is a third, but we'll focus on the 2 chains first so it doesn't get stuck. And we want to put green first, like so. Then we want to put red second, like so. Then turn around, you'll find the 3rd chain, and we want to collect the last color, which is blue. Once this is done correctly, it will turn green, and we can head out of this room and not have to return. We want to hit the dial 1 more time, and this will open the door to the left. And then we can collect the power from the statue, hit the dial again, and go into the next room. So we want to power up the statue, and on the left we want to hit the dial twice. This will power up the lift, and then on the right here we want to hit the dial 2 times to open the door. Then we can go up and we can match the symbols with the ones on the wall. So then we have to hit the dial that's in front of us here 1 time, and then the one we're going to head to over here 3 times. This will open the door and let us repeat what we just did. This will then open up an area when we leave, as you can see here, with 2 switches, and we want to hit both those switches. Then we can grab the power up from the statue, and then we can hit the dial. If you don't, the door here won't open. I forgot to hit the dial, so hit the dial 1 time. This will open the door, and then we can fire up the statue here, go up the lift, and we can finish this puzzle by going to the next one. So the next one we will use glitches, so it's a good practice for the glitch in particular that I use.
4 completed. Good going, recruit.
So we want to collect the power up, and then you want to shoot it at the floor. Then you've got to move through the door slightly so it still says absorb. Then aim the gun outwards like so and fire it. If done correctly, it will head into this room, and then you can fire up the statue and collect the blue power up from the wall here. Go up the stairs and into the next area where we'll use the blue power up to power up the door with the chain here.
Test 5 completed.
So this puzzle will take a little bit longer to explain, so just bear with me. We want to collect the power up from here and place it into this one here so we can go into this room. There'll be a dial we'll need to hit on the right, and this will make some platforms appear, and we just need to get through the platforming part of that. The next power up we get will be the blue power up, and unlike the red power up, we can't shoot it at the floors, so we need to put it in either a statue or either put it into a linked spot. Thankfully there's a statue on the left that we can place it into. We can hit the button on the right here to collect the next power up, which will be the fire power up, so we want to do the same thing we just did. And this one we will be taking with us, not putting into the statue. So that way we can open the door across from this one. So we want to put it in the statue above here. Then we want to head back. The blue power up. And we want to head into the new room we just opened. So you want to link it to this spot here. This will make the lift work. So if you look up here, we can take this power. And then we want to put it into this statue here where we can hit a button behind it to get the collectible. Then we can collect it and then we can head up the lift. Aim very carefully to put it into the statue like so. You might need to adjust your angle and your aim depending on if it wants to go in or not. Then you can collect the blue chain and you can fall down. Connect the blue chain onto the top here, grab the blue power up, go outside and reconnect the lift. Then we want to head back inside, grab the red power up from the statue, put it into the statue here, then we can go up the lift and collect the red power up from the door, the same way that we put it in. So you just have to angle yourself and you can collect it like so. Then we want to head down and fire it down the hallway, collect the power up from the statue, take it with us, fire it down this hallway, collect this one and head down. And now we can put all three through to power up the door.
Test 6 completed. Well done, recruit.
So we want to head through this area here, collect the power up, put it into the statue here. This will convert it to a blue power up and then we can use the chains on the door and head through. Now we'll be in the next room and the previous room has closed. We'll be using the glitch for this. So basically behind us will be the blue chains right here. We want to put it into the statue here, go through, collect the red power up, put it through here, collect the blue power up, put it through the chains here, collect the red power up, and then shoot it at the floor. Then we want to walk through slowly so we can still absorb it. Aim our gun through and fire. If done correctly, we'll still be able to go through and collect it like so. Then we can fire it into this statue, collect this one, and go through. The reason for doing this is it makes this section much quicker, so we can go through here, and we can power this up, collect the blue chain from here, and shoot it into this statue, collect our power back, and we can fire it into this statue. Then we can go inside this room and move the chain over to the left here. We can come back through, collect the blue power up, put it into the blue statue here, hit the button behind to get the collectible, collect the red power up, put it down here, we'll be needing it in a second. Then here we can collect the power up, put it through the statue, get it from this statue and just put it at the foot of this statue here. Then we can go inside, collect the blue power up, and put the chain connectors like so. Once we've done that a third time, we can collect the red power up before we leave, giving us an extra power up into the next section.
Test 7 completed. Congratulations, recruit.
So you want to hit the buttons in this particular order. And that will open this door. And we can go through to the left here. And we can fire and collect the blue statue. We can fire into here. And then we can collect this and fire here. Hit the button. This will bring the door down so that we can collect the chain here and we can power this up. Now for some extra fun and to make it easier, this section, we can actually fire the red power and take another chain, place it here, take this red power, power up this, hit the button again, collect the chain, and then we can go down this section with an extra chain that you normally wouldn't have. Want to head through the left here, and with this extra chain we can actually use it straight away here and collect the power up, go through and fire it. Then we can collect the chain and put it into the statue here, head through, collect the power up and power the statue here. Hit the button, collect the chain and connect it to this spot here and the other spot. Hit the button again, collect the next chain and do the same thing. Then we want to go back into the previous room, collect the power from the chain here, put it into the statue. This will give us another red power. Take the red power from here and put it into the statue above here. Take the red power from this statue and fire it through this door. Then take the third red power from this statue and fire it through the door. And we can put it into the statue here. And then we can take the second one and put it into the statue here. This will open the door, and we can take the third one with us. We will need to use the glitch, so just aim it at the floor. Then head through a little bit till you can collect it, aim the gun through and fire, and then we can collect it like so. This will give us another power up to continue into the next section. As I said, this will be a staple, and you will lose the power up if you restart. So we want to fire it at the reflector here, and then we want to head down here and hit the button here, and the button here. This will give us another collectible. So we want to collect the power up from here and fire it at the ground, collect the blue power up and fire it at the statue, collect the red back and fire it here, hit the middle button and the right button, climb up the lift and then go up the platforming section, collect the blue power up and link it to the links just below here. Collect the red power up and jump up. Go up the lift, powering up the statue with the red power up. Hit the button. Collect the blue chain and then use it on the wall here. Collect the red power up and then use it on the reflector. Collect the blue chain, take it outside. Use it on the statue. Collect the power up. Fire the power up here. We don't need it for this section, but we do need it for the next one, so we're saving it. So for this section, you want to collect the power up from the statue here. You want to fire it into this statue. You want to head inside, collect the power up, aim upwards at the reflector and fire. Then you want to head over to the left here, collect the power from here, hit it into the reflector. Take the power up from here, hit it into this statue. Take the blue power up from this one and power up the door like so. Take this power up from the wall, power up here, go inside, take it from the statue, hit it into the reflector, and this will activate the lift. Then we can head up, collect the power up that we put up there, and then we can head up.
Test 9 completed. My compliments, recruit.
So behind these pillars will be a couple of letters.
Preliminary testing successful. Welcome, recruit. As expected of you, you have now reached the Golden Hall. As a blue, you will now proceed to clear the final stages of Cigarette 1 in order to advance. Please, come forward.
R first. K second, and B third. This will give you an Easter egg. It's not necessary for an achievement, but it's a nice little hidden Easter egg from the devs.
This is a representation of the creation of the Golden Council under the Cardinal Scum. The 10 Golden Scoms were the first to be created in her image. They will guide all the validated Scoms throughout the entire colonization procedure, and will later join you to become the leaders of the respective selected colonies.
This is incredible.
Alpha Centauri A, Tau Cetai, 82 Eridani, Delta Pavonis, New Phoenices, 18 Scorpi, Sigma Draconis, Aurigae, Ursi Majoris, and Leonis Minoris. Ships 4, Alpha Centauri A, Tau Cetai, have already departed. Being validated on Opis will grant you a position on the next ship towards 82 Eridani. The final stages of Cigarette 1 are now accessible. Please proceed through the open door.
Centauri, Seti, Eridani. I've never heard of any of these star systems. Just where in the universe am I? And if only 2 ships have departed, what happened to the rest of these scoms?
So we're going to head down this lift, and you'll notice the power up in front of us. We will collect that in a minute. Head to the end of this area, and to our left will be a statue that we can power up. We want to collect the blue power up and put it into the blue statue. Then we want to collect the power from this statue and put it into this one. Then the one that we previously mentioned, we're going to collect from there and head over here to hit a button to get a collectible. So the collectible will be right here. And then from here we can go up the lift. And then we can go across the platform. Put the fire power up into the statue and take the blue one. And then across the platform again. Then we can use the blue one and turn it into a red power up through the statues here. Then we can fire that into this statue. Then we can drop down, go up the lift, and then collect the power from the statue on the lift. Put it into this statue here. Collect the one from across the room and go across. Here we can use the glitch to keep the power up. Just very carefully do this because the door can close if you go too far.
Congratulations, recruit.
Once you've done it correctly, you can collect the power up and continue. So in this room we can power up this statue here and then collect the power up from here and put it into the room here. If you collect the power up early, it will close like so, so you want to go into the room and angle yourself to collect it like so. Then we can power up the statue here. That power up we will lose, but we can continue with this one. So we want to head up this way, and we can immediately succeed at the room by powering it up here, which is quite funny. Then we want to head to the left here, and there will be a button that we can hit on this pillar. And then if you've ever seen Third Rock from the Sun when Sally ate the planet, I don't know if that was an intended Easter egg, but that's what I think of when I see it. So you want to take the blue power up and attach it like so to go up the lift. Then we want to take the blue power up and attach it to the other spot. Then we want to absorb the red power from the statue. Then we want to shoot the power up into the door, grab the blue chain, put it into the statue, go inside, grab the red power up, and then we can go across, shoot it into this statue here, then we can jump across, and fall down. Then we can collect the blue power up, and chain lock here. This will give us another power up that we can take, and power this so that we can go up the left, collect the power up from here. Then you want to fall down, aim at the spot there and fire. This will power up the second door so we can go through all 3 now. We want to take the power up from here, and you want to power this lift here. Then we want to go back and collect the blue power up. So the chain just here, lean out and collect it, and we can go up. We can go into this next room.
Test 11 completed. Congratulations, recruit.
So we want to attach the chain to these 2 spots here, and then we want to go up the lift, collect the red power up from the statue, and then convert it to a blue power up just down here by firing at this one, turning around and collecting the blue power up. Then we want to attach it to the power point here. We want to go inside and hit it one time. We can collect the blue power up and go up the lift. Leave the other one alone, go across, and then we can fire it at the blue statue to convert it to a red power up, jump across and hit the button. Collect the red power up and fire it there, and then we can collect the blue power up here and we can go through. Attach the blue power up to the left wall here. Then we can collect the red power up and power up this lift here. Then we want to climb up the lift and jump to this spot here. Collect the power up so we can go across. Then put the power up in the middle here so we can use the button. Press the button, collect the power up, fire it down here, jump across, hit this button, collect the blue power up, and then attach it to these two spots here. Collect the next blue power up and then go outside. Attach it to these spots here. Collect the red power up and then just fire it anywhere for now. Collect the blue power up and then attach it to here. We want to go in here and change the symbol. Once you hear that noise, you've done it correctly. Then we can hit the button here while it's powered and collect the collectible. Then we want to collect the blue power up and we want to put it up here. We will grab it in again in a minute. Collect the red power up and just shoot it at the left side wall here. Then we want to go up the lift, collect the blue power up so we can go across this. Then we want to fire it and connect it to these two spots right here. Then we want to take this blue one and connect it here. And then we want to jump across and go up all the platforms. And then we can take the red power and continue on.
Test 12 completed. Congratulations, recruit.
So we want to power the statue here, and then we want to fall down. Be a power up down here we can collect. And then we can power the door across. Collect the blue power up and jump across. And then we want to convert that back to a red power up. And power that door. Then we can take this red power up. And we can go in here. You want to hit this 3 times. 2 times. And 1 time. Use the red power up on this statue, go up the lift, and then we want to jump across the platforms. It can be a little bit tricky if you go too close to the wall like so, you'll fall down, so you want to kind of give it a wide berth. Once you get up to the top one here, to jump across we need that power, so absorb it from the statue there and then jump so that you land on this to bounce you across. A platform will appear, then turn around, fire it at the statue to open the door, press the button, and collect the blue power up. Now we want to head across and put that blue power up into the necessary spots. So right here. Then we can collect the power up from here, put it back into this. Save ourselves a little bit of time, drop down, and then we want to turn this 2 times and this 2 times. And we can head to the left, and then we can climb up first, and then we'll collect the power up. Then we just have to jump across like so. Put the power up in the statue. This will open the door. So as you go through, stop here, collect the power up. This will close the door, and we can continue through. We will need to use the glitch to get the power up into this room. We'll make this room much easier though. And once done correctly, you can grab the power up, and we can head this way for a collectible first. So right here, we want to hit this button and grab the collectible. want to head this way. This room is a little bit longer, so I do apologize if it gets a little bit confusing. We want to fire our red power into that statue, collect the blue power, and go through. Then we want to attach it to these 2 points, collect the red power from here, just fire it anywhere, collect the blue power and charge it up to these 2 points, collect the red power again and fire it into that. Then we want to collect the blue power, head back through the door, put it into the statue here, and then collect our red power. Fire it at the wall, collect the blue power, and then connect it to the wall right here. Collect the red power, and then go up the left. So this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So we want to fire our red power into that statue, and take the blue power here. You want to connect it to these 2 points, and you want to change it to the time symbol. Collect the blue power up, and then connect it to these 2 points. Once you change the symbols to the correct ones that match the ones I'm changing it to. This will open the second door once we change it. We can collect the fire power up, just fire that one at the door. We want to put the blue powers like so, attach them exactly with the symbols matching. And this will open up the door for us. Then we can collect the fire power up and we can go through, and we can actually go across this without having to worry. Then we can fire it up here because we don't need it just yet. And if we aim downwards, we can collect the blue power up from here. This we can take into this room. We can connect here. Then we can change the symbols to match the ones up top. This will open up the room, and we can fire the blue power into the statue, collect the blue power here, and then connect these 2 here. Then we can grab a red power up from the statue and put it into this one. This will let us go up the lift, hit the button here, and we will get another red power up. Take it across with us, and you very carefully, don't want to fall down, but very carefully aim downwards so that we can fire it into this section, like so. Then you can turn around, collect the other one we placed, and then we can fall through. It's not necessary to have both, but it does make it a little bit easier if you want to have both. So you place it into both statues like so, and then we can collect the blue power up and put it up the top like so. Then we can collect this one, go up the left, and then go across. So here you want to jump. I thought you could just fall down, but do this again and we'll jump, which will give us the height to go up. Then we can put the power into the statue there, and we can take the blue power so we can cross, and then we can connect it back up. And then for a bit of fun we can take the red power, though it's not necessary, so if you don't want to, feel free not to. And this will take us into the next section, so congrats. So for this section, I do have a pretty awesome glitch I found that we will be utilizing. So we want to hit the button, and we want to head to the left here to solve the first one. So when the thing comes down and we get close enough, we're going to collect the blue power up. Then we're going to connect it to the left and the bottom connectors. Then we're going to hit the button 3 times. Then take it back and connect it to the right and bottom 3 times again. Take the blue chain and hit it 3 more times to finish this puzzle. Then we'll see the level has finished. Push start and restart the level. This will load us into the second puzzle without having to walk there or wait for the thing to go down. And it's one of the most awesome glitches I found. So hit this once, grab the blue power up from one of the blue statues and connect it here and here. Then we want to hit the next blue statue and hit this once. Connect this here and here. Then the next blue statue, connect it here and here. And we're going to grab a blue power up and then connect that one. Then we want to hit this next one twice. So you want to connect it here and here. And that solves this one. Again, as soon as you see it moving, push start, restart level, and you'll end up at the third puzzle. Then we want to head across, and at this one we want to hit the right one at the top. So this one here twice. And then the left one twice. Then you want to take the blue power up and move it over. Then we want to go back to the original puzzle, collect the blue power up. Connect it to the top right and the bottom right. Then we want to hit the top right twice. Collect the blue power up and then hit bottom left twice. And then hit top right 3 times. Connect the blue power up to the slots, like so. Absorb that one and do the same, and this will pass this one, and then we can restart again. Once we run over, we actually have to run past this section to the third section of this puzzle to start it. And we want to hit the bottom left twice, the top right, which is over here, twice. Then we want to hit the button 3 times. Then the next button once. Then we can collect the blue power up. We want to hit the middle button 1, the back middle button 3 times. And then connect the back middle with the right pillar. Then we can take the power up and put it inside here. Then we can hit start and restart. Well, we just have to step here and wait before it lifts us up.
Entry 6. The space station appears to be reshaping under my feet. A new central column has risen, and I have been guided to its top. I believe from...
If you look down, you'll actually see later on we'll pick up this collectible, but this is what it looks like in the actual world. And we want to head across, and when we get to the other side before we go through the door, we want to go behind the building, because there's a collectible behind. And then from here we can hit the button. Lets us collect this collectible here. And then we can head back around. So you want to push X to enter. So this first puzzle The skips actually cause the game to not load the next section, but I do have a fix for that. So collect the blue power up and put it into the statue, then collect the red and fire it through the wall like so. Put the red power up into the statue here, collect the blue power up from here and power up the lift. Then we want to jump up here. It can be a little bit finicky sometimes, but once you do it correctly you'll land up like so. Collect the blue power up from this statue, fall down, put it into this statue here, and then we'll repeat the glitch we just did, collecting the red power up, putting it through the door and firing it like so. Then we can go through here. You just want to fire it and collect the blue to drop the lift, reattach it, collect the red power up, and then we can head and jump up back here again. Again, it's a little bit finicky, but once you've done it correctly, we can then aim at the reflector right here and fire it into the reflector, which will finish the level. You don't need to take the blue power up, I'm just doing that for a bit of fun, because right here we will have the section where it doesn't load up, which I will show you. It's an easy fix with a restart, but you have to wait. So right here, as you can see, the level hasn't loaded up, and we can actually see outside the map, which is kind of cool. So I figured for a few seconds I will fall down before I reset it, but right now you could reset it and it will load up past the chapter we just got. So right here we can get the collectible I was talking about earlier, the button here, and this is the collectible I mentioned that we were looking at. So we can head through and start this puzzle now. This was the one, if you remember correctly, from the area that didn't load up. So we want to hit these three buttons. We want to hit the middle first, the right button, and then the left button. Then we want to go up these stairs, and we want to hit this button here. Then we can fall down, and we want to hit the right button, then the middle button. Then we can go up these stairs. And then we want to go and do a sequence of platforming, just jumping to the next one as it appears, until we can jump over the barricade here. When we get down to the bottom, there'll be a red power up, so collect it, and then we can fire it into the statue on the right here. This will charge up the lights. I'm only going to charge up to 2 because that's enough for me to hit the reflector, but if you want a safer bet, wait till all 4 or 3 of them are, and then you can go up, and we have completed this one and can go into the next section. So for this next section, we want to take the blue power up and we want to put it into the red and attach it here. Then we want to take this blue power up and attach it to the left and then the middle, hit it 3 times. Then we want to attach it to the right and the middle. Then we want to head over and attach the green to the bottom here and hit it 3 times. Then we want to turn over and attach the blue to the part here. And we want to hit it 2 times. Then we want to take away the blue power, put it in the statue, hit it 1 time, then swap it over to the left here, hit it 1 time, and this will open the door. So we want to collect the red power up, and then we want to come over here and we want to activate the time symbol. And we want to put it through the reflector here, and then change it to the other symbol on the statue. And that'll put the other reflector up for later. So you want to collect the blue power up and attach it to here. And we just want to match it with these symbols in front of us. Then attach it with the left one like so. And again, matching these symbols up above. We just have to match the last one without connecting it to anything. Once that's correct, a blue power up will spawn. So behind us is a statue. We want to put the blue power up into that, collect the red power up and put it into the reflector. Then we can collect the blue power up and we can connect it to the attach points here. Then we can hit the button and go up the lift, or down the lift I should say, hit the button here, and then we want to collect the blue power up, then hit the button here, and we want to connect it to the door here so that way it will open. There will be a collectible coming up, so we'll just pre-warn. This section is also a little bit confusing, so another pre-warning. Hit the button here, collect the collectible, and then collect the blue power-up. So we want to attach it like so, and then we want to hit the button twice. Then we want to attach the bottom one here to this one, and we want to hit it 3 times. We want to attach it to the left here, and we want to hit it 2 times. Then we want to attach it to the top here, and we want to hit it 3 times. Then we can collect the blue power up and put it into the statue that just showed up, and then we can collect the blue chain. And then we can attach it to the section here and hit the button 2 times. Then we can attach it to here, and we can hit the button 1 time. Then attach it to the bottom one here, and hit the button 3 times. Then we can attach it to the top left here and the middle, and then we can hit the button 3 times. This will get us the red power up, which we can take with us. Then we want to hit the left button here, take the blue power up and attach it to the spots here. And take the red power up and power the statue. We can go up the left. Then we can hit the button behind us for the stairs. Go up these stairs, and we've completed this section. Now we can head into the next section. The next section is going to be a little bit tricky because there is a really cool glitch that we can do on this one. So we want to collect the red power and use it on the reflector. Once it hits the spot, it'll let us go down, and if we back out of this door, you'll see the chamber closes, so we can't go back the way we came. Hit the switch here and go up these stairs. We will collect the red power up from the statue here, and then we'll head back down the stairs, hit the switch on the left, and then go up the lift. We'll be doing this a few times. So hit the power into the statue to get a blue power up. So put the blue into the bottom here and hit the button 3 times. Then take it off, hit the button twice. Then put the red one in and hit it once. This will give us that solution, and then we can head off with the blue power. The button here, go up these stairs. So we can solve this without actually doing any of the puzzle work. I'm just looking at my notes, so give me a second. So you want to hit the left one once. You want to attach the blue power up to here and here. Then you want to hit it twice. Collect the blue power up. Attach it to the left here. Hit this one once. Collect the blue power up, hit the left once, and then hit the right once. And that will make the sound that confirms it's done. So we can head back and change this power up to the red power up. So hit the switch, go up the left, put the blue in the blue statue, and then collect the red power up. Then hit the button again, go up the stairs, and then shoot them into the reflector, just up here. This will open this door, and we can go in. We want to collect the red power up from behind us, and then power this here, and then you want to hit the left one, the right one, and the top one. Then you want to collect the red power up, put it in the next door, and we want to hit the bottom one, the right one, and the top one. Then we want to collect the red power-up and aim it to the left wall here, and collect the blue power-up. Then we want to jump onto the platform, and we want to place the blue power-up into the attach points. Then we want to collect the red power-up and place the red power-up into the statue. Then here is where we will be using a very unique glitch. So collect the red power-up, go up the left, jump across, and you do have infinite tries, just so you're aware. And you want to aim just slightly down onto the right wall here, about here, where I'm pointing, and then run and jump to the right. This will get you stuck, and then you can jump up, collect the power-up, and take it with you into the next level. So for this room, we want to go onto the right side, and we want to hit the middle button. So that's this one here. Then we want to hit the button here, and then we want to hit this again. Then we want to hit the button on our left, this one here. And then we want to hit this one here. And then we can hit this one. And we can head in. And we're going to use the glitch, so that way we can skip having to go to the other room, which saves us a bunch of time. So put the power up here, and then when you can absorb through, it might be a little tricky, as you can see. But once you get it right, you can just fire it through like so. Put it into this statue, and behind this statue is a button we can use, and we can collect the collectible. Then we can put it in this statue here. Then we want to turn around and we want to do this puzzle. So we want to hit the far right button, then the middle right button, then the middle button. Then we want to hit the far right button again, then the middle right, and then the middle. Take the power up and convert it to the fire power up, put it into the statue, and then we can head outside. We can change these to match the symbols on the top of the wall there. Both of them are the time symbol. Then we can head in, and on the left side here, we want to change this twice. We want to change this one twice. Come over here, change this one twice. And on our right, we want to change this one twice. And that will solve this puzzle. And then we can head through, and we can hit the button, and we will have a cutscene before we're into the next puzzle.
Fatal error occurred. Computing power log override required. Please stand by.
Ah, here you are. I was wondering where you've gone. Now tell me, who are you?
What?
Come now, dear. I've scanned your mind and synchronized with your brainwaves. I know you can understand what I'm saying, so I will ask you again. Who are you?
My name is Log. I come in peace. Are you aboard this station? My spaceship didn't detect any sentient life forms. Am I speaking to a sentient being here?
Greetings, Rog. My name is Iris. I am synthesized computing organic matter.
Then, no, I'm not. Interface, what happened to the people that control this place? Is anyone still here?
As I said, I am not a mere CPU. I am the product of the pinnacle of gray mankind's technology. Yet I am also the first organic computer ever synthesized by an AI. But enough about me for now. I need to know more about you, Rog. Your SCOM analysis suggests you are a blue human, yet most of your neurological connections, along with your biosupport structure, do not match them. A new model I am not aware of, perhaps?
Blue human. Never heard of such creatures. The name is Rog Zikon, and I am an interstellar archaeologist. I am a Kuvith, from the great nation of Yeglax. I was sent here by my institution, the Sazan Kutuzu. To investigate this quadrant in search of ruins of ancient alien civilizations. My spaceship picked up a signal coming from this location. And when I woke up from the journey, here I was.
I see. Thank you for your collaboration. Unfortunately, it would appear you were mistakenly granted access to Opus. The automatic reception service must be malfunctioning. Blue maintenance personnel has been notified. Forgive me, Rog, but I'm not prepared to deal with this situation, and should therefore, as it is its duty, trust the judgment of the Golden Council. Please try to stay calm during your detention, and understand this is the standard safety protocol.
What do you mean by the...
So we're going to have a series of puzzles, and we're not going to be able to use the gun because it's been destroyed. So over here we want to turn these two green, and turn this one red, this one green, and these two red. That's our gun there. We want to hit the button in front of us, and then we want to head down here. We'll be hitting another button. And then we want to hit the middle one here, the one on the left, and the one on the right. We want to head through and up the lift. And we want to head through and to the left here. Then we'll have a series of puzzles here. So we want to begin by hitting the middle button 3 times. The bottom right button once, the top right 3 times, the top left twice, the bottom left once, the top left once, the bottom right once, the top right 3 times, the bottom right once, and the top right twice. That will solve the puzzle. As you'll see, the lift is activated and we can go through, and then we can go to the next section. So you want to hit the button here, and then we want to hit this button, and then we want to hit this one, and this one. Then we want to go over here, hit this button, and then this one, that will solve it. So we can head across over here. Go up the lift again, turn around, and to our right this time will be the puzzle. So we want to hit the right button here, and then we want to hit this button, and then we want to hit this one, and this one. Inside, we're going to hit the far right button first. So this one here, and the one next to it. Then we want to hit the middle one in these 3, and then we want to hit the one on the left here. And that will solve this puzzle. And that will activate this lift. So we want to head to the left where the lift is glowing. And then we want to go up. We will fall down in a second, and there is a collectible to our right. So over here, just past these, you'll see this button. And when it opens up, there is the collectible. We want to grab the gun here. So here we want to take the power, and we want to connect it here. Hit the button. Once this opens, take the power up and put it over here. Then we want to hit the button again till it opens the top one, which is up here. Collect the power and then put it over here. Then we want to change it again back to the time symbol. Then we want to grab the cable and change it over here. This one here. Take the power up from here, put it in the statue there. And then we take this one and put it into the statue here. This will power open the door and we can climb up and go inside. Now we have to very carefully take the blue power up from the statue. This will close the door and we have to head over here. Hit this button 3 times. Then connect this and this. Then hit this. And that'll give us the collectible. Then we want to head up.
It would appear you found your way out of confinement. This is highly unexpected behavior for blue humans.
I come in peace. I deal in knowledge and harmony. My domains are discovery and restoration. I am an archaeologist. I told you already, I have no idea who these blue humans are, but you have no reason to detain me.
Oh, but I do, archaeologist. Well, here you are now, so I'm sure you'll want to hear what I have to tell you.
We want to go to the right and push the button on the statue. There is a collectible right here. Once we get the collectible, we can then grab the red power up from the statue and put it into the statue across. Now when we get into this room, you'll see the dials on the left. There's also one on the right. So the symbol on the wall doesn't actually correspond with the symbol they want. So just change the symbols to the ones I do and we will be all good. We want to collect the power from the statue and change it to a blue power. And then we can power this. So in the next room there will be one we need to change to the time symbol first, and then change it to the symbol we need. This is just so that we can use the power mover.
Properly. I am Iris, and I am the first SCOM, synthesized computing organic matter ever created. After millennia of
fire the power into it.
Scientific progress,
This will open the door, so now we can change these to the symbols they need.
Orbiting above, had reached what was widely accepted to be the pinnacle of their evolution. That was, of course, while still bound to their fragile and short-lasting physical form.
So once we get into this room here, we have to take the blue chain power, and then we have to put it here. And then we grab the red power, and we have to turn that into a chain, which is back at the start, because as you can see here, we can't do anything in this room. So we want to put it into here, grab a chain. Put the chain in the door above. Collect the chain that we just had. And then the last one that we need to change, you'll hear a sound to confirm that it's correct. And then we just have to power up this door and we can go through.
It was thus concluded that finding a way to overcome their mortality was the only
So we want to head to the left here, and there is a button right here, and this will give you the last collectible.
After countless failures, humans found a way to synthesize, self-sustaining and
Congratulations on all the collectibles.
capable of hosting the map of consciousness of a human being. And so
we want to hit this button, then this one, and then the middle one. Then we want to change the symbol to the time symbol. Then we want to hit this button, and then we can change the symbol again. Then we can hit this button, and then hit that button again to make another one. Then we want to hit this button here, and come over here and change this to this. Then we want to hit this button. Then we want to hit this button here, change this again, hit the button, and then hit this button here. That will solve it, and we can collect the blue power up, make the chain here. before we can continue, we can solve this one as well. So this is the second solution, and this will move the power mover, the reflector. So you want to press those two buttons, and then this button, then this button. Then we want to change this to that symbol and push this button. And we want to change this to that symbol and hit this button. Then we want to hit the bottom button, and that will solve these and put the reflector up. So once we get the power up from here, we'll be good. So you want to hit this button and then jump up the platforms as they appear. If you jump too early, you can fall down. So just be careful with your timing. But we want to climb all the way to the top, and there will be a button once we get to the top we can hit. And then the red firepower we can take from the statue, put into the reflector, thankfully, because we already did that puzzle solution. And head on through. Hit the button, and we'll now be in an elevator.
A complete success. Upon creation, I was immediately able to link to the internet, a rudimentary network used by gray humans to share data. Within a few hours, I drafted the future of the human race. The most logical path suggested that a few million selected human beings should undergo the digitalization procedure and become scoms. These scoms would be different from me, and divided into categories based on the needs of the species. Such categories would have their programming slightly modified to
So for this room, we want to hit the left button here, the one here, and then the one here, and look up, collect the power, and then put it in the statue just here, and then we can go through.
To obey other scoms. A fifth of the scoms would become blue matter, of average computing power. They would be assigned to all technological and logistical duties. Another fifth would become red matter, of average computing power, but more expensive to synthesize, due to their inclination. They were created as soldiers with the sole purpose of executing the orders of the Golden Council.
So for this room and the next one, there'll be a lot of talking, and we have to do it twice because there's two different endings. So push X on the gun to get rid of it, and then we'll head into the next room. And the next room will basically have a series of puzzles while she's talking, where you just have to match all three of the symbols, so match the top one and then the bottom ones, and it should be pretty quick. Then you just have to pick option A or B, and then you can reload and do it again. I won't talk past this point because I don't feel there's any need.
The remaining ones would become black matter, of high computing power, and very expensive to synthesize. They would be the leaders assigned to each group, with the duty to do the will of the Golden Council, being the only ones able to decipher their orders. Only 10 worthy ones would be created to be almost equal to me. They would be known, as you might have guessed, as the Golden Council.
You've got to be kidding me. This sounds like...
Your home. I assumed as much. Would I be correct in presuming the leader of your people looks different than you, and has been there since what you believe is the dawn of time?
He is long gone, actually. Thought by many to be a legend. But how could you know that? How did you hack my mind without me noticing?
I had no need to do so, as I said. I presumed as much. And now, I know as much.
What are you trying to say?
It is now clear to me that you are, in fact, a blue matter human.
What?
Or rather, the result of thousands of their upgrades. You see, the story I am telling you did not have a happy ending. The plan I proposed was naturally carried on and executed, but it was not widely accepted. The billions of people that were left out of the program rebelled. Some directly opposed the procedure. Some wanted to be included at all costs. Years passed, and the dream for space colonization was finally ready to become reality. Blues and reds would be the colonizers, and I contributed to creating specific spaceships for each of them. Some black matters would split between 2 ships as coordinators. Both blues and reds would have to undergo and overcome a mental and physical test before they embarked. For that purpose, I created Opus, the orbital program instructional station we are in right now.
So what you're trying to tell me is that we, the Kuvith, are a colony of these blue humans? Sorry, but you are mistaken. Right there. We are a society of supremely technological beings. And we have kept records of our history since we were created by the will of Tessitai itself, as he who has always been has taught us, as I, a Kuvith, have been taught.
Soon after the first ships left Earth, tensions on the planet rose to unsustainable levels. Humans united against the Scoms and the Golden Council, finally leading to war. The war was over quickly, as the response of the Golden Council was to simply eliminate the remaining gray matter humans, who they then deemed useless. Humans responded by self-destructing, eradicating themselves and the remaining Scoms. As the Golden Council fell, contact with the ships was lost, and I always thought the colonists would be forever adrift in the void of space. But you are the proof that this was not the case, that at least one of the ships made it to its destination. So here we are, Rog Zekon. This is me, the very first specimen of our kind.
Our kind?
Your beliefs are but a result of data lost through thousands of years of upgrades. Without proper leadership and programming, I assume the colonists stuck to their duties, but slowly forgot why they were created and who they were in the first place. It's up to you now to decide if the truth I shared with you must be spread, or if it's too dangerous to be heard.
Truth? Do you expect me really to believe all of this? Sorry to tell you that as an academic, I will not take anything for granted without any proof. I shall take you with me to Kunor and have you analyzed by our scientists to have a clear idea about who or what you are. Then, and only then, I will start listening to what you have to say.
I would strongly advise against that. Removing me from my station will leave Opus without a governing AI, which will bring it to collapse. The optimal course of action leading to a beneficial result for the both of us would be for you to leave and later come back to Opus with the scientist you mentioned. I will be eagerly awaiting your arrival.
Collapse? I have recorded everything anyway. I don't know if I'll be able to come back here. But I'd also rather not die and destroy this relic of a civilization, lost somewhere in space. So, I will take my leave.
Please stand by for identification. Indeed, a wise choice. The remaining ones would become black matter, of high computing power, and very expensive to synthesize. They would be the leaders assigned to each group, with the duty to do the will of the Golden Council, being the only ones able to decipher their orders. Only 10 worthy ones would be created to be almost equal to me. They would be known, as you might have guessed, as the Golden Council.
You've got to be kidding me. This sounds like...
Your home. I assumed as much. Would I be correct in presuming the leader of your people looks different than you, and has been there since what you believe is the dawn of time?
He is long gone, actually. Thought by many to be a legend. But how could you know that? How did you hack my mind without me noticing?
I had no need to do so, as I said. I presumed as much. And now, I know as much.
What are you trying to say?
It is now clear to me that you are, in fact, a blue matter human.
What?
Or rather, the result of thousands of their upgrades. You see, the story I am telling you did not have a happy ending. The plan I proposed was naturally carried on and executed, but it was not widely accepted. The billions of people that were left out of the program rebelled. Some directly opposed the procedure, some wanted to be included at all costs. Years passed, and the dream for space colonization was finally ready to become reality. Blues and Reds would be the colonizers, and I contributed to creating specific spaceships for each of them. Some black matters would split between 2 ships as coordinators. Both Blues and Reds would have to undergo and overcome a mental and physical test before they embarked. For that purpose, I created Opus, the orbital program instructional station we are in right now.
So what you're trying to tell me is that we, the Kuvith, are a colony of these blue humans? Sorry, but you are mistaken. Right there. We are a society of supremely technological beings. And we have kept records of our history since we were created by the will of Tessitai itself, as he who has always been has taught us, as I, a Kuvith, have been taught.
Soon after the first ships left Earth, tensions on the planet rose to unsustainable levels. Humans united against the Scoms and the Golden Council, finally leading to war. The war was over quickly, as the response of the Golden Council was to simply eliminate the remaining gray matter humans, who they then deemed useless. Humans responded by self-destructing, eradicating themselves and the remaining Scoms. As the Golden Council fell, contact with the ships was lost, and I always thought the colonists would be forever adrift in the void of space. But you are the proof that this was not the case, that at least one of the ships made it to its destination. So here we are, Rog Zekon. This is me, the very first specimen of our kind.
Our kind?
Your beliefs are but a result of data lost through thousands of years of upgrades. Without proper leadership and programming, I assume the colonists stuck to their duties, but slowly forgot why they were created and who they were in the first place. It's up to you now to decide if the truth I shared with you must be spread, or if it's too dangerous to be heard.
Truth? Do you expect me really to believe all of this? Sorry to tell you that as an academic, I will not take anything for granted without any proof. I shall take you with me to Kunor and have you analyzed by our scientists to have a clear idea about who or what you are. Then, and only then, I will start listening to what you have to say.
I would strongly advise against that. Removing me from my station will leave Opus without a governing AI, which will bring it to collapse. The optimal course of action leading to a beneficial result for the both of us would be for you to leave and later come back to Opus with the scientist you mentioned. I will be eagerly awaiting your arrival.
I think I'll take my chances. I've played by your rules this whole time. Now we're going to play by mine.
So now that we're outside, we will get the last achievement. So congratulations on your 1000 G. Thank you for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe. I will continue playing this ending just in case you want to watch that.
System override completed. Thank you for finally behaving as intended, Rod. Soon, I'll be able to fulfill the plan for the creation of my own